a single strand of real pearls. It's only the span of many silver bracelets on the big wrist that seems slightly odd, and the fact that she's sitting in this dank, dark hole. The hole is of the disappearing Center City sort, where mostly male prostitutes or transgenders sell sex to older men to get the drugs they want. Homosexual behavior pays the bills, even though the atmosphere seems hyper-hetero. Queens snap at sulky homeboys wearing gold jewelry or the bead necklaces of gangs, while lustful, mostly drunken businessmen, still carrying attaché cases, ogle one or the other from the shadows. But she is imperiously beyond the darkness, supposedly immune to all the excitement over strong contrasts of gender, miles above the seedy envy of money, in her very perfect world of idealistic romantic interests. He is slouched by her side in a concave curve, his wiry legs dangling from the bar stool, his full curvaceous mouth welded to the bone structure of a lean face. Dead almond eyes under gleaming licorice strips of hair yanked back, wolfman style. His 16-year-old chin sports just enough hair for a scraggly goatee. For those with unarmed purses, this is the archetypal wanted bulletin. The nerves that control the face muscles are already dead to scrutiny, the eyes apathetic to the camera flash at central booking. From the dark drapery of the oversized clothing poke big adolescent bones. In this dim light, within the black walls, from certain angles, the clothes make the body look puffed for challenge, like a threatened cat raising its fur like porcupine quills to look bigger and fiercer. The clothes could also be hiding a weapon, lost to potential friskers in the folds, or a second set of clothes, worn underneath by someone with no fixed place to live. The teeth are jagged, the upper row anyway. The upper row of teeth are rotting, chipped by accidents or brawls, but then the lower row, they're all gold, sleeves of gold molded perfectly over the contours of his real teeth, all 9 in front, so that his real teeth are probably rotting underneath. The gold teeth flash their predatory grins at the big, pleasant-looking black lady with the new purse from which money keeps appearing to pay for alcohol. They are drinking amaretto. There is feminist bravado in her warm brown eyes under the copper eyeshadow. Her voice is sibilant but a little schoolmarmish. With soft, curt remarks and dismissive gestures, she makes known what kind of woman she is, in charge of her own life, undaunted by the fact that he is half her age and 3/4 her height. Never paying for sex, by the way, but maybe she'll cook a feast for him later when they get hungry. He'll be hungry real soon, he mentions, scanning the bar with blank eyes and poking a thumb into a pocket of his oversized jeans while the fingers splay impudently across the top of his thigh toward the crotch. 2 days ago, she recovered from that fever, a fever she would never mention here. She only comes to this hole to avoid the censure of a world that faults her for being too tall. That's all there is to it. So why give wind of the elaborate procedures that were carried out 2 days ago? 2 days ago, she turned her kitchen into a sterile laboratory. With the help of her girlfriends, she rinsed the sink and fixtures with boiling water and scrubbed the countertops with bleach. A friend who works as a plastic surgeon's assistant was visiting. She and the friend laid out the sterilized instruments, the plastic bladders of silicone, and the syringes of estrogen on gauze-padded sheets, set out alcohol and cotton for prepping. A long line of customers snaked out of her kitchen into the hallway of her building. Some had self-anesthetized with medications ranging from crack to Percodan. The first of many wanted loose silicone added to her breasts, which had already been created 2 years ago using silicone bags. But this procedure was cheaper. Others wanted prominent cheeks or chin extensions to make the outline of their faces more heart-shaped. Then there were those who wanted enormous buttocks or hips to appear even more curvaceous. She herself only wanted more shapely thighs, as her legs tend to look too gangly and male. The injection of the silicone causes enormous bruises. In some places, layers of plasma surface and smart like a bee sting. She had to sleep with a pillow under her knees because even the slightest pressure in the swollen area of the injection was excruciating. But the worst was the fever. It spiked up and down hourly for 2 whole days. It burned her eyes in their sockets as if they had been replaced by acetylene torches. Her tongue felt heavy and sandy against her dried-up palate.